Hello, today I'm going to be doing some Sevatar. I turned down the music right down so you can actually hear my mic this time because I think the music was just too loud last time. It was hard to hear my voice. But I'd like to show the Sevatar deck. I think Sevatar is a really good fucking warlord. I'm not going to lie. This isn't the exact deck I used to get to Terra, obviously, but I've improved it a lot since I last used Sevatar. Because Sevatar is the only warlord I used to get to Terra. There was no other warlord. I went straight through Istvan, Mars, and straight to Terra with just Night Lords. And you might think some of these cards are odd, but hopefully I'll get to show why they're kind of useful in some of the games. I mean, Tigris Exodus, I don't know. I think it works well with Curse's Chosen. You put it in play, then you give it stealth, and then your enemies have -2 attack. And Chainglaive is a really good card because it works really well with Fierce Onslaught. Because say you see the Warlord and there's cards that have 2 health next to the Warlord, then you can attack the Warlord, the card next to it will die, and then you can attack it again. I can't really explain it, but I guess you can picture it. I'll show some games on my battle log that I took. Where are they? Okay, this is the first one. These are practice games, sure. I don't mind doing ranked games, to be honest. If you want to see ranked games, then I'll do them for sure. It's just I don't really care about getting to high terror anymore. I've done it twice. And practice games don't seem much different from ranked. But I'll talk about the game now. Kargos still has a really scary ability, even with just that now. Adjacent troops, it's still really fucking good. I decided just to attack him because there's no point. I'll just damage it and he'll deal 1 damage to both me and my troop. I'm not sure why he did that, because he could have attacked me and done 2 damage and killed that. I think that was a mistake. Yeah, I decided to get Endroshek in play because it's a really good card. Like, the sooner you can get Endros in play, the better. Because this is just a looming threat on the board that your opponent will have to deal with. And it's going to make them nervous. Decided to kill that troop there because I want board control. I was going to use Haunted Dreams anyway, so he can't attack. I just want to show how fast Sevatar is, because he's a very aggressive warlord, but you can kill your enemy warlord really fast with Sevatar. It's just like, that's instant. 6 energy and he's dead. It's that fast. I'll show a few other games where it's just that fast as well. So against Mortarion, the Death Guard game. I hate Death Guard, to be honest. I think I said that before. I think they're fucking powerful. Especially Mortarion, he can just poison stack. His ability alone is really good. Fortunately, this doesn't matter at all. I have loads of answers to this. I decided to put in play the Veterans because using Rule of Fear on 1 card isn't very like value. Now I can use Freck Squad. It's just how good Night Lords are. You can just, the amount of flank cards they have, it's just really easy to keep board control. And it's why I really like Night Lords. There's no other faction in this game that I like as much as Night Lords. I just think they're really fun to play. I think Thousand Suns are probably just as fun because they're very unique as well with psychic powers. But Night Lords of Terror is just something else. So they look very entertaining. Plus Sevatar is probably one of the coolest characters in lore. I mean, Ahriman will always be my favourite character, but Sevatar is just so badass. Night Lord's armor looks really fucking great as well, not gonna lie. You just look at their armor, the skulls and bat wings. They've just got great aesthetic. Yeah, this Mortarion is kind of fucked right now. There's not much he can do. Because he's got no troops in play. I'm just going to be dealing loads of damage to him. And yeah, I decided to use both drilling sites to put in play Reaper. Just so I have troops on the board. Because if I just keep swarming the board with like all these high health troops, there's going to be no way you can get rid of them. And at this point he's too low anyway to really do anything. And that's 7 energy. So yeah, Sevatar is really fast. There's not much you can do, I think. I don't know what would counter Sevatar. Maybe a warlord that's more aggressive like Angron? I guess, because most Sevatars don't actually have healing in their decks. I don't have healing in my deck because it's not important. I want to end games really fast before I get low. But Imperial Fists are countered by Night Lords because of flank troops. So defensive playstyles aren't good against this. I was getting really lucky in these games, to be honest, with Angron. That's 3 times in a row I got him. Comrade is also a really good warlord. I might do a video on Comrade just to show how good he is, because his madness is actually surprisingly good. And right here is why Tigris Exodus can be a decent card. I'm still not sure about keeping it in the deck. I'll probably trade it out, but I just thought it was pretty fun to use this. And to be honest, Tigris Exodus will use this anyway. I mean, destroyed this troop, but I put him out of stealth immediately. Also, Fishailar, it's a great card. Definitely have it in a Night Lord's deck. Because it's just really good at keeping board control for you. Yeah, and at this point this guy's fucked. Yep. And that was at 6 energy again, really. If he left it another turn, he would have died anyway, and that would have been 6 energy again, because it just goes to show how fast these games are. I want to show this Angron game, because, as I said, I thought Angron was a good answer to Sevatar, because he's more aggressive.
Death to the false emperor.
When you get into these games against aggressive warlords, you sort of have to adapt. So your normal playstyle of attacking, you'll have to just change it for the situation. So now as Sevatar, I will have to be playing a bit defensively, like not attacking and saving health. But yeah, Sevatar is still a really good warlord. Even if his initiative was nerfed to medium, he's still very aggressive and he can end games fast. Night Lords also have a really good counter attack, to be honest. It's very helpful. I fucking hate this card. I despise it. Even though it was like nerfed from 3 health to 2 health, I just think it's really fucking good. Because it's high stats as well, 4-5 for 4 energy. Plus that ability. It's just a good card. I decided to put in play Recon Claw so I can use Headsman. Because Freck Squad wouldn't have destroyed this guy anyway. It's pointless. Yeah, and I do this just in case he attacks me. In this situation, I thought he was gonna like trade. Yeah, I know I was right, but I just did it in case. It was the right thing to do. It was the right play. But yeah, Angron's scary, especially his transformation into a demon. It's just it's easy to get to as well, and it's just a really powerful state because the Cleave 4 just clears your entire board most of the time. My Recon Claw was gone here, which was kind of scary. I mean, I didn't mind it as much at this point in the game, but I was still like nervous a little bit, just in case he got board control back. And I just decided to leave this troop in play because I don't want to take damage to my warlord. I mean, I used my ability anyway, I think. I don't remember. But having a 2-1 in play isn't that big of a deal. And he spent the entire turn clearing my board anyway, which is fine. Got the Raven in my hand, which is great. I still think the Raven should be buffed. I don't think it's good enough. Like for 9 energy, I think maybe it should be 8 energy. Because loads of other factions have tactics that are cheaper and deal just as much damage. And they're tactics, so they can go over front lines. I just think the Raven as a troop isn't very good because at 9 energy it's just going to get removed from play the next turn anyway. I wish Night Lords were just a little bit better. Like, if their mission was useful, it would be fun. I wish they had a good mission. At this point, every single turn, I don't know when Angron's going to get his transformation. And it's this turn. But luckily I used Headsman, so he doesn't really have any health. Cleave 4 did a lot of damage anyway, but me getting the Raven was a lifesaver. And I just barely managed to take him out. If I was just a little bit slower, Angron would have been able to kill me easily with his transformation, but I just managed to get him. And I think Angron is like a good answer to Sevatar, to be honest, now that he's come out. And I just wanted to show this last game against Vulkan, because I thought this was an interesting game. It was very intense, I guess. I think Salamanders are also a good answer to Night Lords in general, because of Survivor. it's hard to clear the board when their troops just have more health. Yeah, salamanders are very, what's the word, they're enduring, I guess. They have a lot of vitality, they just stay on the board. I hate this card as well, this does a lot of damage. And he uses this card, the other player, he's good with it, he uses this card to its full potential by healing it. And giving it survivor. It's important to get rid of that card that's giving survivor, because he'll heal, not necessarily because of the troops, but because he'll heal himself loads. Vulkan is a pretty scary warlord, to be honest, especially when he loses his health and he can give himself survivor again. If you're not careful, you can just be stuck in like a state of him giving himself survivor over and over again, and you never being able to finish it. At the time, I wasn't sure if this was a good idea, because I thought he was gonna destroy it, and yeah, I realised it was a dumb idea to attack. I shouldn't have done it. I mean, I thought right then and there that was a bad idea. It was a good play from him, to be honest, and he managed to clear my board because of it. But I'm not out of the game yet, even though he has loads of health. Night Lord's cards are like... Night Lords in general are just really good at dealing damage without taking damage because of these minus attack cards. So what makes them really good as aggro warlords, because you don't need healing when you just have debuff cards. This was strange, I didn't expect this, but I guess it's because he can give it survivor because it's a troop. I just had to deal with that immediately because I didn't want him getting troops. And I go face because I want to deal 5 damage. I take 4 damage to deal 5. I thought it was a good trade. I wasn't that scared here because I knew he had to deal with this troop, and that would be his entire turn. And he starts going aggressive here, which is the right thing to do. I put Curse's Chosen in play, and I beg that he can't deal with it. Which I'm right, he can't. And it's lucky I got Spectre this turn. Well, from Command Bridge, it's lucky I got Spectre. Because I was thinking ahead. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. This is scary. Vulkan is scary when he starts doing that. Because I didn't realise he could just do it again and again. Like multiple times in the same turn. That scared me. I thought I was genuinely gonna lose. He was drawing loads of cards, and I thought he has like at least one thing that can take me out. I use Nostromo because I can't take damage or I'll die. I'm right here, I don't attack because I don't want to attack unless I know I have lethal at this point because I'm really low. I was begging that he didn't put frontline troops in play. I couldn't remember, but if he did, I would have been fucked. And I just decided to finish him with Chain Blade. And that was the closest Sevatar game I had against Vulkan. So maybe I was wrong about defensive playstyles. I mean, Salamanders is sort of defensive, right? They're not that aggressive. They're all about giving Survivor and keeping troops in play and stuff with Survivor, obviously. And surprisingly, that works really well against Night Lords, I guess. But that was all of the games of Sevatar. I'll show the deck once more. I'm thinking about taking Tigress Exodus out. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's a good combo with the Raven or Curse's Chosen. Because with the Raven, if you're at 10 energy, you can attack, then give it stealth. Then they're sort of fucked at that point. And with Curse's Chosen, it's just the effect it has. But other than that, it's kind of a waste of space, sort of. Drilling Site twice is necessary, I think. Because with Night Lords, it's very, like, momentum-based. You want to keep going and going. And some turns you'll have cards that you can't put in play and you'll need higher energy. And you just want to get those out quick. Because if you lose momentum and stop putting on the aggression, you'll lose real quick. Because that's what Sevatar is about. It's just keep attacking, keep attacking. Never stop. But yeah, that's about it. I used to have Disagreement, but I think it was a waste of space. This mission is absolutely fucking useless. I wish Everguild would actually make it a good mission. Honestly, maybe Disagreement would be better than that. But now that I have Kaizu Lane from the store, I was thinking about putting that in play, but I'm not sure if it's a good card for Sevatar. Tell me if Kaizu Lane is a good card for Sevatar. I genuinely don't know. Like, is it? I think it's a bit slow. Because you need all the energy you can get to just keep putting in play cards, and I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, that's about it. As I said before, I have nothing against playing ranked games. It's just I don't care for it anymore because I don't want to get... I've already gotten to 4,000, so I don't really care about playing ranked. But if you want to see me play some ranked games with these Warlords, maybe like my Araman deck, I'll do a few games and show you that. I'm perfectly fine with doing it. So just tell me in the comments if you care to see that. But thanks for watching, and give me suggestions if you want to see any more decks, and I'll happily do them. Bye!